Here we go. Good morning. Right now it's 9:04. It's Wednesday morning. I'm excited. We have an awesome show lined up for you today. It's full. It's jam-packed. I have Butler's Courtyard. I have the Birthday Joy program here in studio. We're going to be talking about a gala that's taking place this January. You're going to be able to attend if you would like. Maybe you have an item that you want to donate for the cause. We are calling on you. I'm going to go ahead and switch this over onto the FM, and we're going to be talking and spreading some positivity today, and that's during the 9 o'clock hour. And then during the 10 o'clock hour, I'm going to have the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce in studio, where we are going to be chatting with Amico Federal Credit Union, which is where I happen to bank, and I looked it up the other day for 16 years. So I like to always talk about that because I just found out 16 years. But
I don't know. It's my turn to talk.
Yeah, here.
Amico might be one of our sponsors. We've been working really hard on them, so
yeah,
you need to go by and be like, hey, 16 years.
Well, as you walk out, they'll be sitting out there. And so you
really?
can just be like,
okay.
Hi, here we go. Let's make this
convenient.
happen. Let's make this happen. So we're going to make sure that we here switch it over real quick. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Right now it's 9:05. I'm Gardy. I got some guests in studio. If you're watching on Facebook, feel free to share this out. We're going to be spreading some positivity. I have some guests in. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and they can share, who they are, what they have going on. And actually, speaking of sharing, I think they're sharing on Facebook right now as they both look down diligently.
No, we're texting. No.
Y'all texting me?
We're texting each other.
Texting me?
Kidding. Yes, we're sharing because we want our friends to see this.
Yes, I love it.
And hopefully someone from my team is going to share on the Butler's page because
that's what they should be doing.
I can only share on my own page. I'm not savvy enough.
That's funny. It's good to surround yourself with people who know how to do things that you don't.
Yes.
That's a good idea. So can you share about Butler's Courtyard, where you're at, what do y'all do, and then what the idea behind this event is?
Well, as Gardy said, I'm Amber with Butler's Courtyard, and what do? We make magic happen. We help people's dreams come true. We are an event and venue in the heart of League City, and we specialize in weddings. But we're really excited to be partnering with our new friend Noni and the Birthday Joy program and helping them with their first gala. Do you say gala or gala?
Is it? I'm not sure.
A gala.
I'm saying
we're
gala.
having a gala.
It's a gala.
A gala. And we're in Gardy and KHEA Radio too are helping us out with that. So it's going to be so fun. And yeah, we mostly do weddings and events, and we have a lot of Christmas parties coming up and a Merry Market, which I'd like to talk about at some point.
Of course.
Up. But yeah, we're mostly here to talk about the Birthday Joy.
Yeah, the Birthday Joy program. We have Noni. You are the director and the founder. Can you share about the program?
Sure. So the Birthday Joy program serves Galveston and Harris and Brazoria counties, and we spread birthday joy all through the counties to children that, particularly children in the care of CPS, foster children, and low-income families. We provide birthdays for them. Yeah.
What inspired you to start this program?
I have a real heart for foster kids. I'm a newly licensed foster mom myself, and what those kids have gone through, so many of them have never even had a birthday party or been given a gift or just been celebrated for their own individual celebration, and which is really just a normal childhood experience. But these kids lack that, and they don't have a lot of self-confidence because no one has really ever taken that time to instill that. And that's really what our purpose is. We just happen to do that through birthdays.
Yeah, and I think you shared about a grant that y'all recently received. Can you tell me what happened there?
Yeah, so we did receive our first grant through Texas New Mexico Power, TNMP. So we're super excited about that. It's for a new initiative, and it's specifically for the community, for low-income families, so that we can fund extracurricular activities. Maybe there's a family who's got a little girl who just really wants to be in gymnastics, but that's expensive.
I know, I have too.
So, I had a daughter that rode horses all through her elementary and high school years, and the cost of those lessons just the equipment, like football cleats. My goodness. And there's a lot of kids that don't even think those are options for them.
Right.
And so through this grant, we're going to be able to reach those kids and let them feel like everybody else. And we know that extracurricular activities, even music, the arts, that only helps with their academics. And so we feel like this is a win in so many in so many ways. So we're excited to be able to get that going for 2020.
Yeah.
So.
Have you? I know you partnered with Tupper Martial Arts,
Yes.
doing some birthday parties that were martial arts, karate themed. Is that something that y'all are going to be looking to continue to do? Maybe even extracurricular more
Well,
so?
Actually, Tupper Martial Arts, they're just amazing. We have them coming out to one of the foster group homes in LaPorte every Wednesday afternoon.
great.
And they teach martial arts to the kids. And so those children, they would love to be able to go do, karate classes and different activities, but they can't do that because they're in this facility. And so we have them coming out there, and so they get to experience, learning, belt advancement and all that fun stuff. And so he comes every week.
What year did the Birthday Joy program actually start?
We started, we're going to be 4 years old in March, so 2016.
Time flies. I'm not
Yes.
good at math. But I found out about the Birthday Joy program last year, and it was, it's a powerful ministry. It's a program that I think everybody should be involved with. And I appreciate what you're doing. Amber, when did you find out about the Birthday Joy program?
So I had seen her on your show, and we actually volunteered to be a drop-off site when you guys were collecting things. And so all I knew then was that she threw birthday parties at, these facilities, and I thought that was great. But then I went to a Bay Mom meeting, a Bay Area Mothers of Multiples meetings, and I have to tell you, I don't go to many meetings now just because the stage of life I'm in. I'm now running Butlers. We have a lot of things on Thursday, and I just happened to go that month, and I dragged Shannon along and said, come on, we're going, we need to go, we haven't been in a while, we need to see our friends. And we sat in the front row, and we both just bawled our eyes out the whole time because of the beauty of Noni and her program. And my friend Shannon, who's also helping us with the gala, she has also a heart for foster care. But what touched me was, and I'll probably cry because I'm emotional every time I come here, but my children are blessed, some might say spoiled, with these over-the-top birthday parties. In fact, I'm planning one right now, and it has some extreme things.
It's a little extra.
It's extra.
Is it like unicorns and...
There's going to be like a petting zoo, and, I'm buying the cake and all this stuff.
How old, first of all?
They're going to be 6.
Okay, cool.
So... And I don't have any guilt about that because my husband and I work hard. They're our only children. We only throw one birthday a year. So, but
Because you have twins.
I do have twins. Yeah. But hearing Noni tell a story about a child who she put a cake down in front of them and they had no idea, they had never had birthday cake.
Yeah.
He's 8 years old.
8 years old. Yeah. The tears. Because mine, obviously, they don't just get a homemade mom box birthday cake. They get like a professional 4-tier, cake from Jula, so it just kind of put in perspective of me what these kids, and then the thing that really touched me the most probably is the pillows. So Noni needs to tell you about the pillows.
Yes, we love to give gifts. All the kids get a toy, but when we're at these foster group homes, in addition to the toy, each of those birthday children receives a new pillow. And we have a seamstress. I hope she's listening today, Mary Beck. She's amazing. She sews all of these pillowcases, and they're fun. There's, it's fabric like Spider-Man and Shopkins and things like that. And the top of the pillowcase always has their name. Raindrops Vinyl Creations puts the child's name in big letters on the top of that pillow. And that is more important to these kids than the gift, than the party, than anything else, because it has their name on it. Some of them have never had anything of their own like that, and it's something they don't have to share. It's not a used piece of clothing that a foster mom pulled out of a drawer for them. It's theirs. I have been to parties where I accidentally forgot the pillowcase, and that was tragic because the girl was 18. I mean, an 18-year-old girl, but it was such an important thing for her. She had been to some of the parties over the past few months. She knew that pillowcase was coming with her name on it, and she was just devastated. I accidentally left it at the office. I mean, we had to go back and get it because that meant everything to her.
I mean, can you imagine that, Gardy? Like a world where a pillow is something that you are looking forward to all year. You know, your own pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you went back and you made sure you got it.
Oh my goodness!
To give it to her.
Yes, she has her pillowcase because you know, even though I go into these birthday parties every month, even I I still take for granted things like this, and it didn't dawn on me just quite how important that pillow was until KHEA was her name. She needed that pillow. That meant everything to her. So.
Yeah, I try and teach. So my son, he turned 7 years old on Saturday, and we had a birthday party for him. You know, bounce house from my friend Anthony with Rockin' Rivers, and had an awesome cake. He wanted a Minecraft. He got everything he wanted and more.
Right.
You know, and so for him, I always try, and as a parent, I think, am I doing the right thing? You know, everything by giving him as much as he has and more. He has his needs and his wants, and he gets it all for the most part. Mm-hmm. And you know, I'm thankful to be able to do that for him. Exactly. But I always try and sit down and talk to him about how fortunate he is, and to be thankful to God, and be thankful and help and be kind. But man, yeah, that breaks my heart, you know, to see that, and I hope I'm raising my son the right way. But
well, I mean, I think you are. I think, you know, again, we've worked hard and we've made right decisions in our life, and our parents have, and there's no reason we shouldn't give our children the blessings. You know, I had big birthday parties too. But the other thing you can do is you can take your kids to these parties. You can also teach them about giving. They have extra blessings. They should be giving, you know, as well. So, like, for instance, this weekend, mine don't know it yet, but they're going to be cleaning out their playroom and their bedroom because their birthday and Christmas are back to back. And so I will take them with me to the place to take these toys. And so I think that's all we can do, Gardy, is, we can bless ours, but then they need to bless others. And so I'm hoping when mine are a little bit older, I think they're still a little young. Maybe I'm wrong. Nobody can tell me, but maybe 7, 8 would be a good age. You can actually take them to the party to volunteer, right? You
sure can. I mean, there's nothing better than instilling that concept of service and caring and compassion for other people. And kids having that instilled, so, you know, in their youth, that just makes for a kinder, gentler society when they are grown themselves. And I mean, we have families that come with 4-year-olds, 5, 6, 7, even up to, you know, 18, and they bring their kids and they participate in the parties. They volunteer. That's amazing. We actually have a group of third graders right now that raised over $700 through a bake sale. Wow. Because they understand the concept of these kids having birthdays and how important that is for them. Yeah.
I did ask my son, I said, hey, if we go to the store, can we buy some kids presents, you know, from you as a birthday gift to them? You know, it's your birthday. And he was, you know, he had to think about it, which like, but I'm like, so he was like, no, I would like to do that. I was like, what would you like to get? And so he was kind of naming some stuff that he's into. I was like, I promise there's some kids out there, they would love that so much.
Right.
How can somebody get involved if they want to either donate money, time, anything?
Well, you know, we love money is wonderful, but we also love your time. We always have a need for volunteers, and you just need to go to our website. Basically, that has everything you need. So it's thebirthdayjoyprogram.com. You can go to the volunteer page, and there's a volunteer form that you fill out, and the instructions are right there. You just email that back to us, and we'll get you set up so you can volunteer at our birthday parties. but also there's a button on there so you can donate. You just click on that and you can make a financial contribution to the organization. So really just go to that website and you can kind of see what we're doing. You can see us in action. There's lots of pictures and explains everything that is going on within the program, because we do have several programs, from birthday parties at the shelters to birthday bags going to social workers, and also bags going to schools. So we have a lot going on.
What if somebody owns a business and they're a photographer, or they have a pop-up, I don't know, like cotton candy or something like that? Are those people that you're looking to connect with as well?
Absolutely, all the time. I mean, we've had some photo booth business
That's
owners
fun.
come out and donate their time at the parties. We love that. We have the gala. What are we going to call that?
Or gala.
Gala. That was the other way.
Gula.
The birthday ball, which is
birthday ball.
yes, is January 24th at Butler's Courtyard, and we are definitely looking for some sponsorship from local businesses in the area. It's going to be a wonderful evening. There'll be entertainment and silent live auction and a delicious meal. So we would love to have some local businesses involved in that.
Do we know what we're eating yet? I know we had talked to Robinette.
Yeah, I don't think we have a set menu yet, but yes, Amy at Robinette is so generous always.
Yeah.
And is excited to be a part of this. She's a mom
awesome.
herself, so it's as soon as I called her about it, she was like, yes. And so
I'm tagging Robinette.
yeah, please. I mean, pretty much anything Butler's Courtyard does,
Has
we're
Robinette.
usually with Robinette or Red River. There are other friends that help us out a lot, so
Yeah. Does Robinette do barbecue?
they can.
They
yeah.
can.
But I mean,
I understand.
no offense, Amy. No offense to the cooks, but
She's
if you-
about to tune in
if
on
you want
Facebook.
barbecue, Red River is the way to go.
Man, right now it's 9:21. This is KHEA Radio.com, 99.5 FM. If you're watching on Facebook, feel free to share this out. If you're watching on Channel 46, call a friend, text a friend, tell them to tune in to make this a part of their new morning routine, where you can tune in right here on your television or however you watch and learn about some new stuff that's going on in the community.
Yeah.
So January 24th,
Yes.
do we know how much of the details do we know? I feel like there's a lot, and then there's still so much more that
Right.
needs to be done.
Well, I think we're still in the planning phase, but I know Shannon and my sister and Noni have been working hard to get sponsors and some silent auction items. Has anyone confirmed their sponsorship yet?
I think there's one or two, but I don't actually have their names.
Yeah.
I had an email
Yeah.
from Shannon, so
Cool.
Oh, good.
that is
Maybe if
I'm not
Shannon's
positive.
listening, maybe she can say.
Get us
I
some
can text her.
confirmations. She's watching.
She's watching?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
But I mean, obviously, the minute we get some confirmations, and we will definitely be shouting them out. We can come back
Absolutely.
and list all of them. But these things usually take a minute or two. We got to get the information out there, which is what Shauna and Shannon and Noni have been doing, and then they're in the follow-up stage now of like,
Yes.
hey, did you get my cute little folder with my nice little letter? Where's the money?
Yeah.
I do know Shauna's been speaking with Susan Bailey at Amico, and she seems very excited to not only sponsor, but she wants to come to our meetings and get involved.
wonderful.
And so,
yeah, Anthony Tupper asked if he could be sent the sponsorship information to see what that entails.
I will get it to him.
Yes.
Yes, we talk every week, so for sure.
Yeah.
I do know there will be cupcakes. I think we discussed everyone having a cupcake, and we're
What kind
gonna
of
sing
cupcakes?
happy birthday. What kind would you like? We can pick. It's
You
whatever,
name it,
Yeah.
we'll have it there.
Okay, January 24th. So I'm on a pretty strict diet.
You
till
know what we'll be doing in January? We
what
can't
the
eat the
detoxing.
cupcakes.
No, I may be like living my best life because up until December 22nd, I'm like on this like strict diet, and so then
Okay.
January I may unwind a little bit.
You're
but
not
we'll
going to
see.
do the detox this year?
You know what, Dr. Chapa, we got to see. We got to see what's
I'm on
going
the fence too, honestly. But
No, I do enjoy it, but I just need to make sure I
well,
get more
I
protein.
think in this case we can have a cupcake to celebrate all the joy
Yeah,
and
just
blessings
one.
that are coming that
just
night,
juice
right?
it. What are you drinking right now? You could juice a cupcake.
Juice the cupcake.
Yeah.
Pass.
I asked Noni. Noni walked in and she has a cup. I said, "What are you having for breakfast?" Or I didn't say for breakfast. I said, "What are you drinking?"
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. I was like, yes.
Can't start the day without it.
No. All right. So we have about 5 more minutes before 9:30, which, Noni, I think you said you had to take off around then. Is that still right?
I have a birthday party I have to get ready for. Mad scientist.
Yay.
Shocking.
But I have a few minutes.
Shocking.
Yeah, cool. So there's a mad scientist birthday party taking
Yes.
place. What does that entail?
Some messiness going on. We've got about 4 or 5 science experiments like magic milk and dancing raisins. Did you know that raisins dance in Sprite?
I did not know that.
Up and down. Yeah, dancing raisins.
I'll have to try that with my kids later.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So you put them in Sprite and they go up and down.
Yes. Invisible messages. We'll be working some of that. Grape juice, I guess, over baking soda water mixture. You can write your message and then put grape juice over it, and it appears. It's very James Bond.
Yeah.
So some fun stuff like that going on at the birthday parties this month.
That would have been my style as a kid. I loved
science.
science and experiments and making a mess, and now
Like
all the
making
kids.
slime, are you doing that?
I was gonna say.
I don't have any slime going on this time. We've done a lot of slime, but everybody's got lab glasses, and they all get a badge with their name, like Dr. Ooze or Dr.
What a fun
Atomic
party.
Max, all that fun stuff. So when they come into the room, they'll get their lab glasses and their name badge, and we will put them to work.
Very fun.
That sounds so fun.
That is cool. What are some other birthday themes that are coming up? And are you always looking for new ones?
We are. We're always trying to come up with new ones. I never like to repeat anything because I always want to come up with something fun and new. January is shark themed, and so I'm pretty excited about that.
And the song just immediately started playing in
Done.
my head.
Yes, immediately. Yeah. And so we're also going to do a Mardi Gras theme. I've really been wanting to do like a Alice in Wonderland, Mad Hatter, but haven't gotten around to that.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
Cool. That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. So my son, he had a Minecraft birthday party. That's what he
Oh, we
he wanted.
did one of those. It
How
was
did that
awesome.
go?
It was awesome. Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I didn't know what Minecraft was.
Do you?
My children are not there, but my nephew plays. I'm like, I
understand it.
I played Mario, so it was
Yeah.
like, there was like a goal in moving forward.
And we got Mario. Like we
Yeah.
got so he has like the Nintendo Switch, which he did get for his birthday. And because he had wanted Minecraft, but he just had an iPad, and he was happy with the iPad.
They
but
like
then,
build stuff, right?
yes, so you build stuff, and
It's
so
like
it's kind of
all
cool.
pixel, like
It
square, because I had to cut out the swords. Is that what they are? Are they swords or
Yes.
axes?
Well, everything.
Because I cut out 100 of them.
Yeah.
It was.
But they've gone
My hand was tired.
like so far ahead in graphics and technology to where it looks so realistic. They're like, let's just throw this back to where everything's like really blocked
square.
and pixelated again.
Yes.
So to me, I'm just like, son, you can play this game and it looks like a real life person. And he's like, nah, this one's good. And he has like a little block man going around. But
Yes.
it's funny. It's good stuff. Okay, it's 9:27. We're going to take a quick break on the FM. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We're talking to Butler's Courtyard and the Birthday Joy program. The birthday ball is taking place January 24th. It's a gala. You are invited. If you want to learn more information, go to thebirthdayjoyprogram.com or just ask right here on our Facebook feed. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Yeah. My wife texted me. Let me see. Asking me a question about the fitness center. Oh man. Let me look. So what's up, Amber?
Oh, a lot.
At Butler's, y'all, that event was cool. Which JJ Jeffrey was there, and we took the one with the food trucks. I'm
Oh
trying to remember.
yeah, the block party.
Yeah, the block party.
JJ, yeah.
JJ was there, and y'all had the photo booth people there, which that's like a really cool inflatable thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I have a picture of me and JJ like with our glasses and like gold chains on, and that's at my house like on the fridge or something.
Yeah. Oh gosh, now I feel like bad. I don't remember the name of that photo booth. Clicks.
It was inflatable?
Yes.
Yeah, a whole backdrop. and
Okay, now I
everything.
have to look it up because I want
How
to.
cool is that?
My friend Christine owns it.
Mhm.
And they're fairly newish. I mean, they've got experience now, but it was custom clicks.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Where's your picture? It's on the picture.
My picture,
Let me look at my text. Yeah.
it's in my, I think I posted it on my Instagram.
Yeah, you did. I saw
Let
it.
me look. Let me see. If you know the answer, please let us know. What's
no,
up, Lindsay?
I'm gonna know it because
I see Lindsay's on. Lindsay, do you know? We need to know
Lindsay knows
everything that you need to know. That
Okay.
you have all the information.
Here we go.
I might have posted it on my story. I think it was like on my Instagram story. Creative Clicks, Shauna.
Creative Clicks. Thank you. I knew it was something clicks.
Coming in clutch.
Good
Thank
job,
you,
Shauna.
We appreciate you.
That's why you need a sister.
I have a sister.
Does she have your back like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You have to say
Kinda.
that on there.
You know, like, no,
Depending
yeah.
on the day, right?
She's great. My sister's good. When we were kids, we didn't get along at all. Like, for the most part.
Is she your older sister?
Yeah.
I have 2 of those. Yes.
What's
Bless
the
their
age
hearts.
difference?
Say that again?
What's your age difference?
So, I'm 33, so I guess she's 35. So,
Yeah. Me and Shauna are exactly 2.5 years apart to the
yeah.
day. And we were besties as little children, and then we were like basically like mortal enemies, like junior high, high
It
school.
goes through and then.
And now we're besties
Yeah.
again, yeah.
yeah.
Mine are like old senior citizens. I
Oh.
tease them a lot about that.
We also have an older sister. A lot of people don't know that.
Really?
but,
What
yeah.
is she? Where's she at?
She lives in League City. She's 11 years older than me, I think, ish, yeah. And
Does she
she's
look?
not really involved in the business, so people don't realize sometimes that we have another sister.
Man, that's kind of messed up. Why'd y'all leave her out? I'm just kidding.
Thanks for opening up, family.
Yeah, can of worms. Like,
We did not leave her out. She is very supportive, so I shouldn't say she's not involved.
we
She's-
excommunicated
she's
her.
a supportive role, but
Silent.
she was not really
Cheer.
around when it
Cheering
was
on.
being started or run or anything, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not really her cup of tea.
I feel you.
But she supports us and helps us when we need it. And
Okay. So, yeah, Lindsay's watching. I see Butler's Courtyard is responding.
that's
Um,
either Lindsay or Jenny.
I'm guessing Lindsay. Last time, whenever we had that meeting there, talking about the gala, Lindsay, like, in the zone. She's, like, in the zone. She's really, she's nice. Like, hey, how you doing? Everything. And then I'm just like, oh, trying to, like, not be a distraction, but just be like, but she's, like, working. And I'm like, I've never seen somebody work so hard. Like, I don't know. You can just tell,
Totally
like,
focused.
she's
Yeah.
busy. She's
Yeah.
focused.
She's always so busy, and Sean and I, we could not run Butler's without Lindsay, and especially right now, we've had a rough transition a little bit lately, and she has stepped up in a major way. So
That's awesome.
thank you, Lindsay. We love you. And she's about to turn 30.
30.
So happy birthday.
Is she accepting? Like, is that like a...
Oh yeah. Why
she's
not?
cool with
She's
Because I've met some people and they're like, I'm about to turn 30 years
No,
old.
you know what Lindsay does? She makes a list of 29 goals to do before she's 30 and give herself 2 weeks to do it. And she's making it. She's making it. And I'm so proud of her. And that's what she does. She likes to make a list.
Yeah.
And
Are you a list maker?
I am a list maker, but not in the way that Lindsay is.
Yeah, this is like my list. I wrote down, I'm like, I need to remember to ask Dr. Chapa about oranges. And
I brought you oranges.
You did?
I think they're in my car.
Well, they're nice and crisp and cool.
Yeah, they'll be
Yes.
nice and cold.
Chills.
I was running late, so I was trying to hurry.
Yeah, there's construction. Noni, whenever it comes to like making lists and organization, is that something that you are like a natural at?
Sticky notes all across the dash of my car. All over my screen on my computer. It's bad. Yeah. I can't function
know what I
without
do?
it.
I like will purposely like if I read an email and it's like I need to go back and look at this, I'll just like leave it as new.
Unread, yeah.
Oh, I have to leave them as unread.
Or like text messages, like I'll see what it says and I'm like, okay, I can't respond right now, but I need to remember that. So I'll make sure that it shows unread, and that's like my organization. Usually it works. A lot of the time,
Then it's like so far down there, you're like,
Yeah.
I have a notification, but I
Where's
have no
that email?
idea where.
I was
Yes.
supposed to do
Way
something.
back.
Where is it?
Or on your calendar on your phone. Do you use that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I'll have something on my calendar on my phone. I'm like, oh, what does that mean exactly? I can't remember.
I have that Friday.
Yeah.
I have that Friday because I've been
You're
asking
supposed
people.
to be somewhere or
Yeah.
something, but you're not sure why.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a shared calendar as a KHEA radio calendar, and I'm like, Who put this in?
Mm-hmm.
Did I put this? Maybe I did. Like, was this a tentative that I put in last year? It says there's a food drive at the Moore Memorial Public Library at 10 o'clock on.
We'll just show up with food and.
Well, they're closed. The library's closed.
Oh.
Closed for renovations. Like, they're not opening till like the end of December. So I'm like, why is? I need to reach out to somebody. Like the Luke. Luke is the director there. I need answers.
Yeah.
I need answers. Okay, so it's 9:34.
Okay.
Noni, did you need to take off? Or are you going to hang out till 10? Or what are you thinking?
I have to go to a birthday party. I have to get this science thing set up. So
That makes
yeah.
I understand. All right, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
But thank you for hanging out.
Thank you.
We need to have another meeting sometime.
Wow.
Yes, to get
Just
this
to like make sure we're
gala,
I'm down.
gala,
And I
birthday ball going.
I want to watch Lindsay laser focused as she works, and I'm going to be there like taking notes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to email it
You
to
should
myself
come watch
and
her
leave it
run
as
a
unread.
wedding. It's amazing.
Really?
One of Lindsay's best gifts, one of her many gifts, is her ability for forward thinking and planning ahead. She's always thinking, like, if, we're doing this now, but how can we clean up and get out faster, or what can we do to help the event tomorrow set up? And it's amazing.
That's cool.
Bye, Noni.
Thank you for hanging out.
I'm sorry I couldn't stay.
Oh, no.
Okay, we understand.
It's understood.
Bye.
Bye. So I need a Lindsay around here.
Yeah, well, you can't have mine.
Can I borrow? Can I borrow?
You cannot have mine, no. I hope this
Okay.
isn't too noisy, this little shaker ball thing.
Shake it. I heard it.
I'll be a commercial for Standard Process and Dr. Chapa.
Yes.
You can get this
So,
bottle at your local Living Well Clinical Nutrition on Main Street.
Dr. Amber, she used to work for Standard Process, right?
Mhm. Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, that's what
Super
Chapa
smart.
told me. It's pretty cool because I don't know. Obviously, I didn't know about Standard Process till Dr. Chapa,
Samesies.
but now it's just like the gold standard of everything, and it's like she used to work for
mean-
Standard Process.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
I know. I know, and they always take like him and Ashley and Jennifer. I guess she's not Doctor. Well, she's Dr.
Jennifer
Jennifer.
Withy.
Yeah, I mean she knows more than me. So anyway, they go like tour the Standard Process, like the farms and the plants and stuff, and like you
Yeah.
should take your patients to do that.
Yes.
Like I would pay to go with them on one of those trips to learn more.
I wonder
Right?
if he like just stole her. Like Dr. Amber's over there and like they're touring the lab and he's like, "Hey, just come with me." And she's like, "What?" And then he just like
Okay.
brought her back. And now she's here.
I'm not sure that's how that went, but
But she lives here.
maybe we can say that.
Yeah, she lives here now and I was
She has really cute little kids too.
I haven't met her kids, but I was having a conversation about
They were at
like
the block
school
party.
and everything else.
They
Are y'all going to be having all that again with Chapa? The entire, the detox events. Have y'all talked about that or not
I
quite
don't
yet?
know, Dr. Chapa and Ashley, are we?
Are we making
I
that
would love
happen?
to.
Let's do it. All right, I reset our camera, so we're set up and good to go with 2. Let's go ahead and go back on the FM, and we can talk about
Okay.
all the events
I'm
going
gonna
on
talk
at
about the Mary
Butler's.
Market.
Let's do this. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 9:37. We are talking to Amber Murphy from Butler's Courtyard about all of the cool events that they have coming up and everything that's going on right now. Amber, what's up?
A lot.
There's a lot going on.
This is like a really busy time for us because we do a ton of Christmas parties. We do still have a couple of dates available if anyone would like to book their Christmas party. Call Lindsay. But we also, of course, as moms, are planning for our children and making magic happen for that. So we're really busy and really blessed, and we're managing it pretty well. So
Yeah. Do people have like Thanksgiving parties there? Like Friendsgiving or anything like that?
No, but that's a really good idea.
Have you ever been to a Friendsgiving?
No, because
You're busy working.
It's enough. Thanks. Yeah.
Enough family?
Family giving is enough for me. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But
Older sister's going to be there.
So my whole family, yes, and my nephew is flying in from New York, and we're so excited because we haven't
That's
seen
cool.
him in a couple years. So
That's fun.
yeah.
And then there was an event that was like a vendor event, a lot of fun last year that I was at. Are y'all doing it again?
The Mary Market. We
Yeah.
are. Yeah. Do you need a booth? I still have some booth space.
Maybe so.
So our Mary Market is on Thursday, the 5th of December. So it's in like 2 weeks, right? Or like right over 2 weeks.
Okay.
The 5th of December from 6:30 to 9:30.
I'm going to write that down.
Please write it on your awesome sticky note system. We are still looking for vendors, so if anyone's listening and would like to be a vendor, I do have some booths available, but they are going pretty quick. Like I sold 2 yesterday.
That's a Thursday?
It is a Thursday from 6:30 to 9:30.
Okay.
And there will be some wine. I think is that okay for me to say on KHEA? I'm not sure, but and some vendors there, so you can. And we're gonna have Tastefully Simple there with some snacks.
Okay, snacks. Can we focus on the snacks?
Let's focus on the snacks.
Tastefully Simple.
Tastefully Simple.
Do I know them?
She brings dips. Kim Kurnick, she was there last time. She brings all these amazing dips and breads, and I'll put out some cheeses and fruits and stuff. Have you ever had anything from Tastefully Simple?
Well, if they were there last year, yes.
Let me tell you what I like to buy.
Snacks.
They sell a bag of like bread mix, and you just put in like a soda or a can of something, and you mix it up, and then in an hour you have fresh baked bread.
Cool.
So that's my favorite thing, and I like to do it with Dr. Pepper because it makes it all like delicious.
All right. Hey, here's a comment. And this is from Linda. She said, "Hey, I'd love to be a vendor. Please send me info. How can somebody get info?" And then actually Chelsea Manigold, who's going to be in studio on Friday, she was there last year.
She's selling the crunch rolls.
She said Mother Ray's crunch rolls.
Have you had those?
Oh yeah.
So good. And she's going to be representing her new travel agent business too.
Yeah.
So, what was the question?
If somebody wants to be a vendor,
Amber at butlerscourtyard.com is my email, and I will send you out the information, and we'll get you all set up and the pricing, and it'll be fun.
At butlerscourtyard.com.
Yes.
Just send an email there. Say I want to be a vendor.
Exactly.
Good to go.
And then it's just a really fun like girls' night out. Finish your Christmas shopping. You know, I usually pick up a few things for the people on my list. I have a Usborne book person coming, so books are always a really good Christmas gift. If you're feeling in the spirit of giving, you could also buy some and give them to the Birthday Joy program.
Oh, that's true.
So even people without children in their lives could come. But we also have clothing boutiques, jewelry makers. My mom is coming and selling some kind of jewelry and I don't know, light fixtures or something.
Is Kendra Scott going to be there?
Kendra Scott is going to be there. They take up the whole front parlor, and so they're doing a pop-up. And I believe they give a discount usually that night. And then who else do I have? Lip Sense. I have the list. I brought the list because I knew we should talk about the vendors, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites every year is Ramona Reindeer. She sells the wreaths. Did you see the wreaths last year?
I'm sure I did. I saw there was a lot of stuff there.
So let's see. Who do we have? Usborne Books, Lip Sense, Crunch Rolls. That's Chelsea, and Happily Ever After Travel. So she can help you with planning your Disney trips. I know we have a lot of Disney.
Have you been on a Disney cruise or anything like that?
I have been. We took our girls to Disney World.
How old were? Oh, Disney World. I was like, on the cruise. How old were they?
No, the cruise is a little.
How was Disney World?
Out of my budget right now. It was great.
Oh no!
I should have probably waited another year.
How old were they?
Were they 4? I think they were 4.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's like a lot of walking. That's what I think about.
Or just barely 5.
Yeah.
I can't even remember now when we went, but they were exhausted.
Have you seen the Disney Plus app and service has come out yesterday?
We have to get that, right? We don't have a choice, do we?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
My son doesn't. I mean, he's probably seen the commercials, but he's been busy on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
But yeah, they know what they're doing. They have everything, and then
yeah.
National Geographic thrown on top, and I was like,
that's all my kids watch is Disney shows, Descendants.
Yeah.
You know, Netflix is basically pointless to my kids now. I mean, obviously me and my husband have shows on there, but
speaking of Descendants, did your daughters dress up as like Mal and Evie?
They did not.
That'd have been good.
I think they would have if they thought of it, but they kind of got into Descendants after their costumes were already decided.
Okay.
But I had a bat and a rainbow fairy, a rainbow unicorn fairy.
Does that fit their personality?
Yes.
Like you're talking about like a bat, like a
yes, like she wore black wings. I think I posted a picture on my Facebook. She hung upside down in a tree. She
hung upside down in a tree.
Yeah, we put her her legs, and she was like this.
Oh my god! But you mentioned she's in gymnastics.
She's my gymnast. Yeah. Well, and my husband was holding on to her, so she couldn't fall. But I posted a picture of it on Facebook.
I missed it.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
Okay, I need to go back and see if I can catch that.
And their school did like a little carnival on Halloween Day.
Yeah.
And so in the class picture, she was like sitting with her like this, and I had to be like, open your wings,
In
bat.
character.
You know, yeah, she was like covering her face.
What now?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then the other daughter, what was she again?
A unicorn rainbow fairy.
And that fits her personality?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she just wore like a rainbow tutu and fairy wings and
No hanging from a tree?
No. No, she would not.
No posted up in like group photos like, what's up? I'm a bat.
all dark and mysterious. But it was funny because she actually learned a lot about bats. Like, they're nocturnal and they do this and they do that. And so
Yeah.
she's kind of more into science.
So I met your daughters, and there is one that was kind of like would say hi, and then the other one was like behind the chair, like, nah. Is that the bat or is that the other one? Which one's like more?
I mean, it depends on the day, really.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know if
They
one is.
switch it up. Yeah, they switch it up.
But then are they identical?
No, they're fraternal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they would try and do the old switcheroo sometimes.
No, they sometimes say that we're gonna trick our teachers. I'm like, that won't work for you. You're not identical twins. That only works, when you're twins.
We are twins.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
identical twins.
So, Mary Market, back on track. See, we need Lindsay here to keep us on track, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have like 31. I don't know if you've heard of 31 bags. They're awesome. We have a rep from 31. We have a jewelry person, a Mary Kay person, chalk couture person.
I don't know that.
So I am not 100% what they do, but I think they do really cute, like crafty things, like with chalk, and then you can change it out.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Chalk couture.
Oh, and Bay Mom is gonna have a booth there selling cards, which is a fundraiser for our club.
Like Christmas cards.
So they're it's a box of cards, and there's two kinds. There's like a thanks and blanks, and then there's another box that's birthday cards.
Mm-hmm.
And as a parent that goes to a kid's birthday party every other week, it feels like that thing is amazing because you can just reach in and you have a card there.
Yeah.
And they're all really cool cards. They are like not just chintzy little cards. They have, like glitter on them, or they're pop out or whatever. So, every mom listening needs to get a box of those cards because
Get you covered.
when you need, you forgot the card and you can just throw a $20 bill in there or whatever, and that's a good fundraiser for our club too, because we make money off those. So their cards are actually from Usborne.
Uh-huh.
And they gave them to us at a discount so that we could make money on them.
Hey, I just see Amy from iMassage Pro tuned in. Do y'all have a masseuse on
we
site?
We do not. That would be awesome for all these moms that are out doing their Christmas shopping. Yes.
Email Amber at butlerscourtyard.com. The event is Thursday, December 5th, the Mary Market, 6:30 to 9:30. I was there last year. I had a blast. I should be there again this year.
Yeah, come on.
Thursday, December 5th.
I have some $50 booths available.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a couple of bigger ones too, I think, still available. So.
I want mine bigger than Kendra Scott's. Shaking her head no.
No.
Okay, I want it just smaller than Kendra Scott's.
Okay. We can work that out. How many shoes and bracelets can you bring?
All of them. I'm bringing
sell your
everything.
CDs.
Yes, that too. I'm making a new album's coming out, but we don't
are?
have a date. But yeah, we've been recording, so I'm
good.
excited.
Well, are you guys going to play at the birthday ball?
Someone is, and I will secure that. I will secure that.
should.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, you're going to be our MC though.
I'm there.
Have you decided what you're wearing?
Probably a tuxedo.
I think you should wear a tuxedo.
I don't have one.
Well,
So
you should get
figure
one.
that-
If
figure that
anyone
out.
would like to donate a tuxedo for Gardy to borrow, actually, I could probably get you one.
A tuxedo?
Yes, I know a
I
guy.
feel like I'd look so silly in a
No,
tuxedo.
we're gonna all be dressed up. It's a gala, whatever you want.
Yeah, Cakes by Gala.
Let's ask the people. How do you pronounce that? Gala.
Oh, man.
Can you do like a poll?
Yeah, and yes, we've already done a poll because you and Noni were wearing red, and I was not. But it was like a Christmas thing because I have like a green, y'all red, so I think it was a Christmas thing. But it was saying, hey, why isn't Gardy wearing red? He missed the memo. He decided not to. Yeah.
Well, I was going more like fall, like burgundy, because I still, even though it feels like winter, it's fall.
It's still fall.
I only want it to be fall for like a minute. That's my favorite.
Yeah, and I feel like some people were skipping, the fall because there was a lot of memes going around as soon as October 31st was over. It was like,
Yeah,
Christmas is here. The lights are going up.
I know.
The
Leaf
music's
City is
on.
already totally decorated.
That's kind of cool.
I mean,
But we can't forget fall.
Right. Well, we're decorating Butler's next week. So
For Christmas?
Yes. So if you'd like to come by, we're usually done by Thursday, Friday at the latest. We actually have weddings next week, so we'll have to be done. But we would love people to come by and look at our trees, take some pictures in front of them. We work really hard on them, so we like to show them off. And
yeah. Are you the kind of person who does all your Christmas shopping early? Like, is it done? Have you started?
I try because I have so much on my plate at work in December. I do try, but right now I'm focused on birthday because her birthday's December 1st. So I have to kind of take it in chunks, finishing their party planning. We usually don't really get them a lot of gifts for their birthday because
Christmas.
The party is their gift.
Yeah.
We usually get them like one thing maybe that they share. But yeah, I do need to start shopping. That's what I told my husband the other day. I was like, I got to do it because we have events like all through December. And I'm coordinating a wedding this December, which is like super odd. I know you think, well, you own a wedding venue, but I usually don't have to coordinate, but I'm up. It's my turn. So
let's go.
I'm going to do it. And it's the same night as the Christmas parade in town. So
in Lake City?
Yes. Have you ever been to Holiday in the Park in Lake City?
No, but I think last year Joe Perez and Angie Mertens like emceed it, if that's the correct way to say it.
Yes.
And so I feel like I've been there, if that counts.
You need to
I watched it on Facebook.
Bring
so
your kids.
Yeah.
We set up chairs in front of Butler's. You guys are welcome to join us. But they have stuff in League Park all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They have vendors. They have like usually bounce houses, contests, and all different parades. I think if Miss Halsey, if Janice is watching, they do 3 or 4 parades because they do the children's parade on the Saturday, and my girls were grand marshals in that children's parade last year, and so it's definitely
What does that mean? What does that mean?
So they got to lead the little children's parade, and it actually starts at Butler's, and it goes from Butler's Courtyard over to the gazebo in the park, and the Santa is waiting there for all the kids. And so
that's cool.
They just dress super Christmassy, and they walk. I think they walk. Did they have bikes? It's better probably if they walk. It's just 1 block down.
Yeah.
But they all are all dressed in all their cute Christmas outfits.
That's awesome.
And, as a mom, we go to a lot of effort to get those Christmas outfits. You want to get some use out of them.
Speaking of Santa, who will be at the League City Parade last year, there was an event, I believe, for Bay Mom, Bay Area Mothers of Multiples, that had a Santa Claus. Is he coming back?
He is coming back. And that's an event I'm so blessed to do every year. It really fills me with joy to see all the kids. And it kind of started because I had preemie babies and in December, and you can't really take them to the mall, or you shouldn't, I guess they tell you, because of germs and exposure. Like I basically was housebound, but and so I thought, well, what about all the other families with these babies that need a place to go? So we have Santa come to Butler's Courtyard, and Bay Area Mothers of Multiples can come and get a ticket system. We have a certain time where it's only for the preemie babies, and they're the only ones in the building, so that the families don't have to worry about a lot of noise or stimulation or germs. And then the other families get to take a turn, and it's really, my Bay Mom friends tell me all the time that it's a great blessing for them. It saves them money. I don't charge for it, but we use it as a food drive. So we can help fill up the local food bank. And Amber Rule is our donations chair, and she usually works with the Houston Food Bank or a local one, whoever is kind of in the most need. Yeah. And so it's been really great. And Steve and Maggie with Magic Photography come and take pictures of all the families with Santa, and that's really
awesome.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool event. And then to also turn that into a good cause where you can bring canned goods. And whenever it comes to these food banks, they don't just need food. There's other stuff that they take too. And so you always want to check beforehand, and that's good you have people do that because during certain times of the year, they need certain things, and it may not necessarily be, I need beans,
Right.
But if you have it, I'm sure they'll take it. But if it's like, hey, we need diapers or we need wipes, we need things that,
exactly. Or
that mothers would need.
The Birthday Joy will put together a birthday bag for them so that the parents who have to shop at these food banks can still provide a birthday for their kids. And it has like a cake mix, and I think she said like napkins, maybe the little birthday hats, candles, so that child can still experience some joy on their birthday.
Cool. So that gala, it was your idea. You kind of came up with that after you heard about the Birthday Joy program. Right. And then you asked me, and I was like, I'm down. I'll do whatever I need to do to help in any way.
Yeah.
And so you have an awesome facility.
Thank you.
January 24th,
Mm-hmm.
the event's taking place. What day of the week is that? Is it a Saturday or Friday?
What did we do? What is it? Now you're making me.
I'll look it up.
question. I got my calendar right here.
It's a Friday.
Yeah,
And I love
think we
it.
decided on a Friday. Yeah.
It's in my calendar right now, like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's far enough away from the holidays where people can kind of recoup and get ready to donate, start their year off right with helping us out with that. And everything that we raise is going to, Noni is taking all the money directly. It's not going through Butler's Courtyard. It's all going to her. So all the ticket sales, the sponsorships,
Mm-hmm.
the auction items that night, that's going to go all directly through the Birthday Joy program. So, and all I'm doing is, helping her on the event side, cutting her costs and doing some donations there.
Cool. So we have about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
Is there anything else that we need to touch on that we haven't touched on yet?
I don't think
Event-wise, Butler's Courtyard-wise, League City-wise.
Oh my gosh.
World
there's so much
news
going
wise.
on in League City all the time. It's the best city, right? Lamarck's pretty cool too. I've been
love
watching your
Lamarck.
videos and
Shine on
there's
Lamar.
more I need to learn about it, I think.
Yeah, there's
As
a
my
lot.
neighbor.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to someone yesterday. Actually, it was Amber from the chiropractor, Dr. Amber at Dr. Choppa's office. And so she's new. I think she moved from Missouri. And is still kind of figuring out the area. She's like, so where? And she's been in studio before. She was like at LaPorte. I was like, close.
Yeah.
Lamarck.
Yeah,
You know?
Lamarck. Yeah.
Lamarck.
I mean, this whole area, I just feel so blessed that we live in an area like this,
Yeah.
But League City-wise, yes, of course, the Holiday in the Park, the first weekend of December. They have the Children's Parade, the Grand Night Parade, which is awesome and so fun. You have to bring your kids to that.
When you say grand night like evening or night, is there like a knight in shining armor out there?
In the evening. I mean, there might be a night.
We need a night out there.
Well, are you volunteering? Because I know Miss Hallisey is always taking sign-ups for the parade.
I can find somebody to volunteer. I have an intern, Ethan, who, he might be out of town.
But you know who always wins that parade? Because they give
Who?
like awards for like the best flow or
Yeah.
whatever. Is Center Point Church, the church my parents go to.
Well, that's
They
cool.
always do above and beyond, do a really cool flow. And this year's theme is hats off to Frosty. So.
Frosty theme.
But in the park, they have like vendors and food and hot chocolate and all sorts of great things. They do a pet parade. I think that's on Sunday, which is always really fun. We have weddings every weekend. We have Christmas parties at Butler's Courtyard, and we still have space maybe for a few more. We have our own party, which will be really fun. We do for our BC family and our team members to come and get to hang out and not have to work. And then,
who
of course,
works
the
it?
Merry Market.
Who
We
works?
usually go somewhere else.
Oh, okay. It's at our
I know,
facility.
and everyone's like, why don't you just have it at Butler's? I'm like, because then we have to
We're
clean
working
up
it.
after it,
Are y'all going to like Red River?
This year we are going to Red River, and we're very excited about that. And in past years, we've done Esteban's, has that cute little fiesta shack in the back. So
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And then, I see Amico's here.
Kevin Venable from
Yeah.
Amico. He is in the building. So shout out to the chamber and Amico. And we need to get Amico hooked up with the Birthday Joy and Butlers for the event,
we
January
do.
24th.
I think they're in. I'm pretty sure they're in.
Cool. Is there anything else?
Nothing. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
I haven't been in a while.
I know it's sad. You know what? When was the last time you were in?
Before this block party, I think.
Yeah, how long ago was the block
That was
party?
in September.
Really? Time flies
But we've
when you're
been
having
busy.
fun.
We've had some transitions, but we're...
What are the transitions?
So we've had some people leave our team and pursue other opportunities. And it's been hard, but
Is there
it's
some
been
bad
fine.
blood there? Do we have another hour where we can dive into this and figure it all out?
Maybe another day. Maybe another day or in a private conversation. But
Oh, man.
no, it's mixed. It's mixed emotions. I get it, and there's always a love there. But it's been hard, and that's why I'm so grateful for Lindsay and LT, our new coordinator, and my sister. We're handling it. God gave us a great brain and
Yes.
a great ability to figure things out, and we're managing.
One thing you mentioned is it's my turn. Do y'all take turns? Y'all kind of go through staggered?
We do. So LT is basically my only now full-time coordinator, but we all work as a team. So even though she's considered the full-time coordinator, so she gets kind of first dibs at the weddings, and she takes one or two every weekend, and then Lindsay will kind of plug in with what fits with her family and what's available, and then Sarah is still doing weddings for us, and Jessica will do some here and there. So we kind of send a list of here are the available events. Do you want to do any? And
Yeah.
then come back.
So are y'all hiring?
We're always open to the people that God brings in our life, but we're not actively seeking currently a new person. We need a time to kind of chill for a bit. For
sure. Figure out where you're at, and then kind of plan from there.
Anytime the Lord opens a door, there's a reason for it, and it's a time for a new beginning, and we've learned a lot. And
so I actually wrote my resume down on this piece of...
You want to be a wedding coordinator?
Sure, why not? I could be finding my calling right now, and I'll just give this to you.
Well, come on by.
And
I mean, you're free in the evenings, right? You only do this in the mornings. So.
Yeah.
Okay, totally.
So...
What about Valentine's Day? Are you gonna join us again on Valentine's Day?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Let's go.
We want to do 14 on 14 at least.
But wait, what day of the week is it? Isn't it like on a weekend?
It's on a Friday this year.
Okay, Friday. But so last year it was pretty cool because it was somebody wanted to get married that night, so you could still do the day.
We have one that night.
Okay.
And they're just, all of our couples are sweet, but they're super sweet and excited. And they actually picked that day because they want to be involved in what we're doing.
Nice.
And so we already have our big one, grand finale, and now we need the elopements all during the day. So
we need a world record.
Yeah.
At least like a League City or a Galveston County record.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we already broke that last year. Who knows? None of that's in writing. We did 12 last year.
12 weddings on Valentine's Day of 2019. 2020, Valentine's Day. It's on a Friday if you're looking to get married. 2020 sounds good.
All right.
You know who would be good at that position? If my wife, we're having a baby boy, and he's doing March.
I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, we're very excited. But my wife, she's always like, she loves our wedding and planning it and everything else, and she's good at that stuff.
Okay.
And she would probably, because every time she's like, oh, I don't know. It's just it's a weird thing to say because then she would maybe not necessarily like she's been on me to like let's renew our vows, but we've been married for 5 years. But she was like, man, I just want to plan weddings.
Yeah,
like I want to get married again. And again, I'm like,
well, you need to
one day whenever she's not pregnant,
you could surprise her with a vow renewal, or we would love to do it.
Cool.
And maybe she has a gift for coordinating weddings, and maybe that's something to keep in mind when the children get a little bigger.
Yeah,
it's a hard job to do when you have small children. In some ways it's easy because they don't know Monday from Saturday.
Yeah,
but in other ways, once they have activities on Saturday and Sunday, and
that's when the weddings are.
So you have to be prepared to work every weekend.
Cool. Well, thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
We love Butler's Courtyard.
See you at the Mary Market.
Yes.
Okay.
This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Coming up next, we're going to have the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce in studio with Kevin Venable from Amico Federal Credit Union. Stay tuned. Stay tuned in or else.
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course. So December 5th, I'm going to put that in my calendar now. So that way, let me see what's going on. Food is en route. I have some food being delivered to my house.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
I didn't know y'all were having another baby. That's so exciting. Babies are always good.
Yes, I'm excited. Yeah,
that's
it's a boy.
Number 3, right?
Number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a boy.
Mm-hmm. My son's 7. My daughter's 2. She'll be 3 in February, and then the brand new baby boy will be here in March.
Oh.
17th is like the due date, but it'll probably come early.
Baby.
Yeah.
Nice.
The 15th. We'll do the Ides of March.
My sister is March 15th.
Really? Cool. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Amber. If you're on Facebook, stay tuned. We're going to be hanging out, talking to the chamber and talking to our friends at Amico, learning about everything that they have going on.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, I'm
Leanne? I'm Gardy.
Hi, Amber. Nice to meet you. I love your earrings.
Thank you.
You can have a seat over here. Pick your spot. Leanne.
Leanne.
Leanne. Cool. So you're with the chamber, correct?
Yes, 27 years.
What? 27 years at this one chamber, the Texas City Lamarck?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. You don't see that much anymore.
Well, in our chamber, we have 3 of us that have that much longevity.
How's it going?
So
Cool. So y'all make yourself comfortable. We are streaming live on Facebook right now, hanging out. And actually what y'all can do is just make sure you get your mics and move them up as close as possible and even like that far away. And then you're good. And I'll get y'all checked. I got to reset a camera shot and then we are good to go. And I'll pop us over on the on the FM as well. Right now, we're streaming live on Channel 46, and we are on our Facebook stream. So what have we all been up to? How's it going?
Are we both going to jump in or what?
Let's do this. Yeah.
Well, I know we have been staying really busy just out in the community. So, of course, I'm with Amico Credit Union. So it has just been a busy year
Man,
for us, which is good.
Yeah. Y'all are always busy. And you specifically, I see you everywhere. And not like I'm physically there, but I see you everywhere through like Amico's feed and your own social media feed. You're literally everywhere.
Well, we try to be, and there's some situations that we're might have several events going on at one time, so we do try to attend everything that we promise. There might be a few things going on that we might have to miss, but we just look at all the opportunities and take advantage of that, and it's just all giving back to the community.
Cool. And Leanne, you mentioned you've been at the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce for 27 years. How have things changed from day one till now whenever it comes to what the Chamber does and offers?
Well, the basics are pretty much the same. Our purpose is to help businesses grow and succeed and we like to bring business and residential to our area. And it takes a while, but I'm telling you, things are hopping right now.
Yes.
So, pretty much basically the same events we do. We try to tweak them and do something different, from time to time. But it's just business as usual. Like I said, we have 3 of us that have been here over 20-something years. So there's a lot of experience there. And but like I said, we do like to change things up a lot.
Yeah.
But Amico is the best supporter of the Chamber, and they are 50-year members. You were a founding member.
50 years?
Yep. Amico Federal Credit Union was a charter member.
No,
Kevin, you don't even...
That's before my time now. Wait a second. Wait, let's
you don't even look
kinda back
50,
up.
Kevin.
No, actually, I am. I'm 50 plus, put it that way.
Oh, man. Hey, we're going to switch it on to the FM, and we're going to keep it going. I'm going to get y'all reintroduced. If you're watching on Facebook, feel free to share. Let us know if you have any questions. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Right now, it's 10:06 on a Wednesday. During the 9 o'clock hour, we were talking to Amber from Butler's Courtyard. We were also talking to Noni from the Birthday Joy program about the gala that's taking place January 24th at Butler's Courtyard. If you are not familiar with the Birthday Joy program, what they do is they throw birthday parties for kids who are living in group foster care, living in custody of the state. So it's a great program. You go to thebirthdayjoyprogram.com. You can learn more about them. Right now, I'm going to get my next guest introduced during this 10 o'clock hour as I'm talking to a credit union that's local. And I found out the other day I've been a member for 16 years, Amico Federal Credit Union, and then the Texas City Lamarck Chamber. I have Leanne here, and I have, through KHEA Radio, been a member as new as this year sometime. So I'm excited to have y'all both in. Leanne, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You mentioned you've been employed by the Chamber for how long again?
27 years.
In 27 years, there have been a lot of people you've probably met.
Oh, my gosh. So many people.
What's your favorite part of working with business owners, working with individuals in the community for 27 years at the Chamber?
Well, I'm a people person, so I just love meeting all the people and trying to help them out and try to follow through and do what they need and offer them suggestions. And we have a lot of resources that can help people that way.
Mm-hmm.
And just the people is the most exciting thing, I think, about my job. You just get to meet so many people and work with great people.
Yeah, and then you mentioned that Amico Federal Credit Union was a founding member of the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce. And that was 50 years ago.
1969.
1969. And Kevin, we found out, was not there at that point, right?
Well, I was a toddler. Let me just say I was about 6 years old at that time. Yeah, but I was not employed yet.
How
He
long?
got here as fast as he could.
Exactly. I moved to this area as fast as I could.
How long have you been employed at Amico?
So I have been there a little over 14 years, but I've been in the industry since '83. So I worked for 2 other credit unions as well. One in the Beaumont, Port Arthur area for 15 years, and then also one in the Baytown area for 7. So took a leap and moved to Amoco and became their business development manager back in 2005. And our goal was to reach out to the community and to partner with our current chamber and then join other chambers as well as we were building branches. Start working with nonprofit organizations, start building relationships with elected officials, and just all that good stuff.
You know, whenever Amoco started, how did it start originally? Like, who was invited to be a member, and what's the benefit of being a member?
You know, basically it was started, back years ago, just a small one-person office in the refinery. It's gone through different, changes at the refinery through the names that, in the past it was Amoco. In the past before that it was BP. Now it's Marathon. So we service all those employees. That's our core sponsor. Probably around 15 years ago, right before I came here, they changed our charter and we allow other organizations in our field of membership. And so we have over 600 companies. So that could be companies, organizations, churches, homeowners associations that are in our field of membership. So someone comes in, we ask them how they're eligible to join. They could be a part of one of those organizations or even a family member.
So it's the same way like that today. Like if I have a friend who wants to there, you have to be employed by one of these organizations.
Correct. But probably, I would have to say probably 95% of anybody that works or lives in Galveston County can join us somehow through our list of select business partners or family member.
Yeah. So my dad, he worked for AT&T or Southwestern Bell and then AT&T for about 40 years before he retired. And so when we moved to this area, that's where he went. So I'm guessing that's how he was able to get an account there and buy our house and everything else.
And it could have been like he could have joined through a family member. It could have been a uncle, aunt, some of that nature like that he could have joined that way as well too. If not through a company.
Okay, very cool. So what's the benefit of going through a credit union to purchase a car or to get a loan? Is it the relationship? Is it better financing?
You just said the word right there, and I'm so glad you said that because that is one word that I say all the time, and I think Leanne could say the same thing. You have to build relationships with your with the people that you work with. You know, your members, your community, and things like that. And I think that's one thing that we stand above and beyond. That's just my personal opinion, but the credit unions are they are somewhat a little bit different than a bank, so. We do have that hometown feel. We have that personal service, that personal touch. We do our best to keep our interest rates on our loans lower than other financial institutions, where we also do our best to try to keep our savings account checking or CDs, the dividends on that a little bit high, a little bit higher. So we look at that on a regular basis. We do give back to our members, and that's going back to services, locations, and then also just the benefits, like I said, of trying to do low-cost, loans. We do have an array of services, from your savings, checking, CDs, jumbo CDs, auto loans, mortgage loans, consumer loans. That would be like your debt consolidation.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of that as well, too.
I accidentally opened up a CD one time from the old Amoco app, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I opened up 3, with the same, it was an accident. And I called, and they were like, oh, yeah, we'll leave one. I was like, sweet. I didn't know what I was doing, but it seems like a good thing. I have this money sitting there, and whenever they found out, oh, you've been a member for how long, you can actually get an extra bonus on top of that.
That's our reward. So the longer that you've been a member, that can be a discounted rate on a loan or a bump-up rate on a CD. And so you come in, and we have that into the system. The longer that you've been a member, the higher the rate
benefit
that you would get. Yeah,
for sure.
So it could be a higher rate on a CD or a better rate on a loan. So take advantage of that, and because it's something there that not too many organizations do. Yeah,
Leanne, you've been at the chamber 27 years. And I know there has to be other establishments, and I've talked to people at the chamber. They're like, well, we have to be careful, and obviously you have a lot of, there's other banks and financial institutions, but I feel like you wouldn't disagree whenever I say Amoco gives back a lot. They give back a lot, as much, if not more, than everybody else out there.
I really agree with that. I was going to mention this will be the 15th year that they have an appreciation luncheon for their chambers that they're involved with, and it's Bay Area.
We also invited Bay Area Youth Economic Reportership as well, probably about 6 years ago as part of this. But like Liam was saying, it's 15 years we've been doing this.
I mean, we go to, I don't know if I can say where we go, but we go to a wonderful restaurant and we get treated like kings and queens, and you have a wonderful lunch, and there people are roaming around speaking with everybody, and it's just so nice to go to something that you didn't have to plan and you didn't have to, get ready for. So it's a most enjoyable luncheon, and we love it so much.
Well, we appreciate that. And that's one thing that our CEO, Sean Bailey, had wanted to do when I came on board. He said, let's get the chambers of commerce that we're members of and have their staff and their chairman of the board attend this. And I'm like, how are we going to do this? They're open for business. He said they either can close their doors for that couple hours or have someone answer the phone. And we have had like 98% participation every year. And like I said, this is our 15th year, but it's all about, pulling those chambers together as well and networking to see there might be some things that one might be doing that others can learn from. So it is a holiday and appreciation, but it's also time for them to network amongst themselves and just, share ideas and things like that. So
that's cool.
We're working on that right now. Actually, that's on my desk on that task. So we're working on that. And since it's our 15th year, I'm trying to, come up with a few little surprises as well. I got to throw a few things so they want to keep them coming back to that.
Yeah. I have seen people that worked at one chamber, work together with other chambers on events, and sometimes even go, hey, there's a position over there. Maybe this is better for me, or it's closer to my house or my family for whatever reason. And it's really cool to see, because a lot of times you'll see competition between, any kind of business. Like there's baseball teams or like the banks, they're friendly, but still. And I haven't really seen that. And I thought I would whenever it came to chambers, and I don't know. It's just interesting to see. Speaking of appreciation, I know y'all do member appreciations. Y'all did it last year, and then I think y'all just had the event this year.
We did.
How did it go?
It was unbelievable. So this is something that we do part of International Crediting Week. That's the third week of October. And so a lot of creditors will have refreshments in their lobby, and we've done that as well. And so what we've done last year, we said, let's do something we hosted at Main Event. And we had a really good turnout, probably about 450 people that showed up. And so we did it again this year, and this is open to our members, and it really, our RSVPs got flooded really fast. So we, within probably 48 hours, we were at capacity. And so we had about 750 that actually attended this year.
Wow.
So it's kind of word of mouth. By the time when they get there, I think when they're leaving, they're already telling their family members or coworkers or neighbors. So it's complimentary. We actually close the place down. It's just for us for 4 hours. They can do all the games. We have a caricature artist, food provided, and it's really kind of neat just to see our members come enjoy themselves. It's just another thank you to our members. For if they weren't part of our crediting, we wouldn't be where we're at today.
Yeah, there's another, I guess, a program that me and you had a conversation about, where it focuses on events and having people go out and do stuff. As far as if you're one of our like senior citizens.
That's our Platinum Club.
Platinum Club.
And that is just blown up unbelievable as well. So back in 2007, that actually started, our CEO wanted to pick up something from the Texas City Landmark Chamber, which they have the Golden Division, and he wanted to kind of mirror image that group, which is for seniors, and they do a lot of ribbon cuttings and different things. Once a month they have a meeting.
And they help with events.
And things. So we did that, and like our CEO says, we courted this little group for about a year and a half, and so we launched it back in 2007 with 12 people, and we have almost 1,000 people in that club. So they're members of the credit union. They're 55 and older, and we do luncheons normally it's 3 to 4 times a year. It's a complimentary luncheon. We'll have a program. We will have at least 300 to 350 people attend. They just came back from Nashville, Tennessee on a bus trip for about 50 people went. They go to the casino.
They went to Nashville?
They went to Nashville. Now, there's some fees. There's some, things that they will have to pay for.
Yeah.
But we keep it very, very low cost for them, and we do all the planning. So we're basically almost like their travel agent.
And they were gone for 9 days. That was quite an undertaking. Yeah. But Vicki Walker, who I am assuming kind of runs that show, does a wonderful job. They all love her. And, I mean, she knew where they were going to stop and I've heard so many people say it was just a great, great trip.
She plans everything. So she literally planned from the time that their luggage was tagged at where they were leaving from till the time they got back. So anything with hotels or restaurants, everything. And she had pictures, and she keeps it entertained as well. So she's on staff with she's been with us for 30 plus years, but she's moved to our department the last 2 years, and it's just been a blessing to have her because she loves what she does, what she does on a daily basis, and she just brings excitement, and they're entertained all the time. So those are things too that other organizations will ask, how did you do this? How did you get started? So let's go back to that one word. What is it?
It's the relationship.
There you go. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes.
And seriously, that's what it is. So once again, that's what makes us successful whenever we're planning all these different activities.
Mm-hmm. How many branches do y'all have now in our
So
area?
we have 10. A couple of them are considered like our satellite locations. We have one at the Marathon facility, which is just for their employees, and we have one that's inside the Nassau Bay City Hall. It's a one-person office, and then the rest of them are. So we pretty much cover all of Galveston County. We have a branch in Alvin, which is Missouri County. We have an office in close to University of Houston, Clear Lake, off of Berry Boulevard in a strip center.
Is that the one by Tommy's?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because it's well, first of all, I like oysters, and so Tommy's just
There you
makes
go.
sense. But there's and I've never been in there, but I've always, if it's evening time, it may be closed, and I'm like, that's an Amico right there.
That's considered one of our smaller locations, so unfortunately it does not have a drive-in. But, those are things we're already looking at to see what can we do better for the future. That's a lease space, so, we're testing that market, and we know that, that area is another area that would be a potential site for a, freestanding or a larger facility with drive-in. But they're doing really well. So.
Yeah. It seems like in the last 10 years or so has been a lot of growth.
It has.
For you guys, whether that's a location, a test location, new locations, just popping up everywhere, which has been great. And then I've also seen even more places to use your debit card where, hey, there's no fee here.
Exactly.
And that's awesome.
And that's once again, too, going back to that, no fees. So that's a program that we have over 55,000 ATMs. That's part of All Points Network. So it could be a Chase Bank or Wells Fargo Bank machine. As long as it has that logo as a network, you don't pay a fee. So you can use your Amico debit card, and we actually cover that fee and everything. So that's just another convenience for you.
Okay.
And that's throughout the United States. You go to our website, put the zip code that you're in, and then it'll tell you which location that's going to be, like different, like CVS or Walgreens, Kroger, just a bunch of different, stores, and even mom and pop locations as well too.
Yeah, and I also I was able to get the new app operational. That launched not too long ago either. What kind of undertaking was that?
Well, that was something they worked on for quite some time. So we had a whole new platform that we launched out with our home banking and our website, and of course, you're going to always have a few little undertakings that you whenever just would change. And literally that went away within literally 2 weeks. I mean, it was such a better product, but everyone's afraid of change. Some are afraid of change, so it went really well. And so there's more things that you can do, with the product that we have now. But that's one thing that, with our board of directors and our executive team, they're always looking at opportunities. How can we do better for our members? And that's what we're there for.
Yeah, this is pretty nitpicky of me, but with the old app, I'd always have to get the lighting just right. If I'm trying to do like a mobile deposit,
Correct.
On this one, I'm just like kind of move it over and it's like, gotcha. And
There
it's
you
like
go.
already in there.
Well, good. And that's good to hear, because those are things that we want to hear. It's always nice to hear the good things, but if there's anything, something you have an issue with, we need to hear that because we need to fix the situation.
Yeah, here's a comment from Miss Carricker, who's, I believe you know, over at Independence Village right here. She said, I've been banking in Imico for over 14 years. I love it. They are great. And I agree with you. You know, it's a great establishment right here.
We appreciate, we do love working with them. Actually, we have a project with them as well coming up in December for all their residents at Independence Village. So they're a great team. And I'm actually on the board of directors for that organization as well.
You know, I heard a story, and this is, I guess, your CEO, Sean Bailey, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
He was at an event there, and there was a young gentleman who actually had in studio out of Galveston who had a seizure of sorts, and Mr. Bailey was able to help him because he knew exactly what to do. And so I heard that story, and I thought that was amazing.
Yeah. I was there as well, and it's it's just something that wasn't expected, and unfortunately the poor young gentleman. I mean, he these are things that he has on a regular basis. So Sean jumps in, and it's just was there at the time until they got some medical attention there. So everything worked out for the better, but it was just something that we were glad that we can kind of be of assistance, just to kind of be there just for the caring part as well too.
Yeah, and that's something. Whenever they came in, I was talking to them, and they shared that story. Spreading awareness. What do you do? What do you do? And that's important, because you never know whenever you're going to be called on to help save somebody's life and
Exactly.
Stop further harm. So, Leanne, we got you in here, talking about the chamber, and usually we have Lauren in, and Lauren's a new. She's came on this year.
Yes.
How's she
July.
doing? How's she doing so far?
She's smoking. She is really doing well. She's the membership relations person, and she tries to, every member that joins, she tries to sit down with them for maybe 30 minutes instead of, we usually have an orientation and then a bunch of people come, but she sits down with every new member and tries to give them the opportunities that they have through their membership. And she's just a go-getter, and she's doing really, really well.
Yeah.
We miss Kayla. She did a good job as well. But we have Lauren as new, and then we have another vice president, Jessica Spangle, is new. She came in July also. So we had a mass exodus of two people in July, Kayla and Derek Duckett, who was the vice president.
Yeah. How many people work there?
There's 5 employees.
And then I know 2 had left because, before I met Darcy, she's working with the city of Tech City now, and she's awesome.
Right.
And then, Kayla, I met her at the gym one day, actually, and then I realized, hey, you work at the you're in Darcy's position.
Right.
And so then she came on, and then she was like, by the way, I'm going to communities and schools, which is a great program as well.
She said that had always been her dream.
That's cool.
So we had to lose it, but we have 2 wonderful new employees. They're not new anymore. They're half a year. So.
Yeah. And you have Leanne. That's all you need right now.
No, we have Lori, and she's our graphic person, and then we have Jenny. And unfortunately, Jenny thinks she's retiring next year.
We'll see about that.
But I don't know if we're going to let her do that.
Yeah.
We don't want her to. But, she's done a great job. Our president, Jimmy Haley, who was there for so long, passed away, and he had always wanted, he kind of was trying to groom her, not that she needs grooming, but
right.
For the presidency, and she said, I don't want to do that. She said, I would hate to have to follow Jimmy Haley. Well, she has done an outstanding job, and she has implemented new programs, and I know he's smiling in heaven because she's done a bang-up job.
Yeah, I just heard her at the Bay Area Houston Women's Conference interview a couple of ladies. One is the owner of the Texas City Chick-fil-A, and then there was a scientist who's working on some things that are way over my head, and it was awesome. But she sat down and had a conversation, and it was really cool. So that was maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had the opportunity just to meet her and shake her hand at the legislative luncheon.
And I think it goes back to that one word again, relationships.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like Leanne said, Lisa and Jimmy Haley was unexpected, and but just the whole staff just pulled together and kept things down the road that Jimmy would want. So
Yeah.
we're very fortunate for our creating to have many chambers in this area that we're members of. We love working with Texas Landmark Chamber. We have Gail Figueroa is part of our executive team. She's on the board. Our CEO Sean Bailey has been on the board, and he's chairman of the board. He's chairman of the board for another chamber right now. But it really is. For me, it's almost like community family. I'm not from this area, so I've gone through leadership through Texas City Landmark Chamber, and it helped me learn the area. For not growing up here, and I built just some great relationships and still talk see them on a regular basis. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah. And it is all about relationship.
Exactly.
For you guys. And that's why it makes sense. Hey, we're going to be in the chamber and go and meet as many people as possible.
Yeah. And in the past, we weren't that involved. And it's kind of funny because whenever I first came to work, it was, what did we do in the past? And what did we do in the past? And Jenny Center would say, well, just whatever you do, it'll be better from what the last time. So about the third time she was Kevin. Okay, it was just we needed to get in the community. So we started doing a lot, and doing more than what we should have done in the past. But it's and that's where you build those relationships, and you have to be involved in the community and with your chambers and nonprofits. Exactly, for like Kayla that went to Communities in School, they're in our field of membership, so we already have a partnership with Communities in School. We see Kayla, Jessica that came from Top Golf.
Yeah,
we have all their employees in our field of membership. We do events over there, so it's kind of neat because even though they made some changes, we already know these people.
Yeah,
so it really works out well when you have that relationship already built.
How many people do you know? How many people Amoco? The credit unions, how many do y'all employ?
Okay, so we have a little over 225 employees, and when I came to work there, we had 70 back in 2005, one branch, and then we have 10, and we had about 48,000 members back in 2005, and we're hitting roughly about 86,000 members. We were at about $365 million in assets, and we're now a little over 976 million. So we're hitting that 1 billion mark that we should hit. Our goal is by end of 2020, but we'll hit it before that.
Okay, I was going to ask. Even whenever y'all kind of decided, 2000, you come on, there's the one branch, and did y'all like make that the goal? Like here's our plan in the next. Many years.
When I came on board, I knew they were building a branch. I didn't realize they were building 5 branches over the next 5 years. So I'm like, okay, what'd I get myself into?
Yeah.
So, but it was really good. But no, we built a branch, one per year. And when I asked about like even Bay Colony, I said, what made you decide on this area for, and they said, well, we just took a chance, and we had members already in the League City Dickinson area. We knew this was a subdivision coming in, which there was really nothing out there at the time. So they took a chance, which I'm glad they did, because it gave me about a year to really start pounding the pavements, getting involved with the chambers, joining more chambers, and just building those relationships. And we opened the doors at Bay Colony, and we had a VIP reception after hours before we opened, and we didn't even have a grand opening. Most of the time, you have to have a grand opening. We didn't even have that. We didn't need it.
Yeah.
It just it was that busy, just from the time that we opened the doors. So, we have just building those branches over that 5 years. It was our plan. So they do a 5-year strategic plan. Once that's over, they do another 5 years. So they told me to sit back and buckle up and get ready because 2020 we're going to.
That's the new plan.
They got a new plan. They just So
wow.
We got some new stuff. I haven't been told about it yet. So we'll hear that in early January. So, and those are exciting because you want to constantly have new things, new projects, new tasks, and everything that's going on. So
yeah, that's awesome. So I've had friends that have worked in different capacities, like at normal banks, and then I think I even have a couple that have worked with you guys at Amoco. If somebody's looking, y'all employ over 220 people, currently, and probably are expanding more. Like, what kind of positions are enterable? Like, if I'm looking hey, I'm looking for a career. Amoco, you mentioned you've been working there for a while, and then somebody else has been there for 30 years. It's an opportunity to have a career.
Exactly. And, we have some that start as a teller, and they just show that, a lot more. And tellers are your main, that's where I started when I started back in 1983. And I love being a teller because it got me to interact with, members coming in. But then we can see a teller, maybe within a couple of years, they can move up to a different position. It just depends on their growth, if they want to, mature and go to the next level. So we love to promote from within. There are some times that we do have to hire from without, but our CEO is all about promoting from within whenever he can. Someone, wants to check us out, they can always go to our Facebook or even our website, and there's a link on there for careers. I never kind of know what's being posted because I never kind of look at that, I guess. But we're always having something that comes up. So
you'd be like, hey, that's my position.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, make sure what's going on with mine now. Are they telling me something? So that they can always check that out because as we grow, we do have to hire
for sure
employees, and so at those times we can promote someone from within. If it's a new branch, it's going to go to that branch. But then we got to replace other positions. So it's a fast pace, and if someone's out there looking, feel free to check us out.
Yeah, since you've come on, how have things changed whenever it comes to like media, to marketing, to like everything, like even communicating with people? How has it changed?
I mean, unbelievable, because we used to do like a newsletter once a month. They would send out a paper newsletter, hard copy newsletter. I mean, we just do as much as possible social media. We try to, do everything electronically, like you were talking about, mobile deposit. We want to make sure everybody can sign up for home banking, bill pay, have a debit card, where they don't actually have to come in the office. We want to make it convenient for them. That way they can do their transactions with not stepping foot. Some people do like to come in. Of course, we're there for them as well. We want to have the nice facilities if someone wants to come in, but then we want to have all the, I want to say, the bells and whistles on the e-services as well too. On the marketing side, we're constantly just looking at ways to get the message out about how to become a member. Our different specials that are on loans or CDs or things like that. So it's a constant, social media, just any kind of element that we can do, and go back in the community as well. We're out all over.
All the time. One thing that I've seen that I don't think I've ever seen a bank do is a member highlight. Y'all highlight members of your credit union and do post their picture. I saw it on Instagram and I commented and I was like, hey, how can I get on there?
Well, you just gave me permission then. You just gave me permission to send your name to my group so we can go ahead and
Yeah, they used to have big billboards.
We used to do the billboards and things like that. So we do like member of the month and everything. And so we do check with ones that have would like to be interviewed, and that goes back to kind of that personal service, that hometown touch Philly type, and like you said, there's not too many organizations that do that. So we want to keep that good feel or goodwill, I want to say. My role this year was they want to make sure that, so I'm covering all the chambers, all the 10 chambers that we're members of. So my job is to make sure that we have someone at a chamber luncheon, or if it's an event or something like that. It might not be that I attend, but I have to make sure that we have everything covered. Like when I leave here, I'm heading to a Santa Fe chamber luncheon at 11:30. I have our branch manager and one of our executive team members coming. So that's my job, to make sure that someone's there.
There's always an Amico presence.
We try to be. We try to
yes,
be.
You do a good job.
Yeah, we try to be. But this, last weekend, it was a little crazy. I got sick at the last minute, had to be under doctor's care for a couple of days, and we still had things going on that I had to take a few things off my schedule. Our CEO jumped in, and but so things are still going on, regardless if I'm there or not. We have some type of representation there, so that makes me feel good whenever people say that.
Right.
That's what we want to achieve.
Yeah. Okay, right now it's 10:38. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. Talking to Kevin Venable with Amoco Federal Credit Union. And speaking of member appreciation, we have Leanne with the Tech City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce right here in Texas City. Y'all do something called Thank You Thursdays.
Yes.
And y'all show appreciation to your members as well. Can you share, I guess, when did that start and why is that important?
It started probably 2 years ago, maybe 3, because I know Darcy did it, and then Kayla did it, and now Lauren's doing it. But we kind of formed a committee of how we can show our members that we appreciate them.
Yeah.
And got some ideas from some people, and then we decided to do Thank You Thursday twice a month. And we just go to businesses, and some people tag along sometimes, and sometimes, we don't. But we invite people to come with us, and we take a poster, and we give them some goodies, and we take their photo because it gets on the Facebook, so that's advertising for them. And it's really worked out well.
Yeah, I heard there's sometimes cookies involved.
Oh, yeah. Cookies,
Snacks.
cupcakes.
We all love food. I think between Chambers and Amoco, we love food. So
Yeah.
Man, I walk into an Amoco, and usually it depends on which branch you go to, but they're all kind of, similar. You walk into one and you feel like you've been into another one. It's like, oh, this is similar, but it's different. But there's always like some mints, maybe some candy,
Yeah.
depending on what time of the year it is. And I'm just, what's up,
Yeah,
family?
We
I feel
try
like I'm
to
home.
do that too. I mean, when it's Halloween time, we have all kinds of candy
Yeah.
in there. And Christmas, we'll have Christmas candy and peppermints and all that. So
and you never want to miss our open house at the Chamber because it is amazing.
we have
for the
an
holiday
open house for all the members that anybody can come that's a Chamber member. And we usually end up with about 350 people squished in there.
Yeah.
But Santa Claus came last year. We're going to see if he can come again this year. That was a big hit.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, not that there's that many kids, but these adults were kids, and they like Santa.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah. I've stopped into the Chamber just because my car's getting worked on a discount tire. And I want to wait over there. I started reading a book and talking to whoever was at the desk. Anybody, I'm like, what's up, guys? And then I accidentally stumbled into a leadership event. And they said, are you here for the leadership event? No, my car's got a flat tire. I need a new one. But they let me go in there and like, do you want some ice cream? Yeah, this is way better. And I was like, just waiting for my car, to get fixed. And then last week, have you been to Popeyes lately? You're there right next door.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Popeyes does this chicken sandwich. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar or have seen it all over the internet. It's kind of popular, and it can be dangerous. So there was all kinds of traffic, and I said, I got to try this sandwich. I got to try. So I actually parked at the Chamber because there was like a big old line.
Yeah,
and
a lot of people do that.
Yeah, so I parked at the Chamber and just kind of walked and kind of like walked over with some friends, had the sandwich, and walked back to my car, and it was safe. So.
Yes, we were awarded a chicken sandwich last Friday. We did some cleaning out of our inside garage. It was a mess, and so we got everything organized and clean, and we worked real hard. And Jenny said, I'm going to go get y'all a chicken sandwich. So
Yes.
we all got a chicken sandwich.
That's awesome.
So what it looks like, if you had to park at the Chamber because of the line, could there maybe be like Chamber car hops that maybe, but they get the sandwich, y'all serve them a float or something like that? Hey, it's an opportunity.
Well, we'll
And
think
if they're
about
not a
that.
Chamber member, opportunity to join the Chamber.
Really? All right,
Yeah.
You can come do that for us, Kevin.
I've done that before at our office. I've
my
done that even in our
gosh.
drive-in. I mean, there's times that, when the hurricane hit, Hurricane Harvey, where several of our branches were closed. We didn't have any damage. Our staff was
Everywhere.
So we only had 3 locations. So the office that I'm at in Tuscan Lakes in Lake City, it was bombarded. So I just ran to Sam's, got goodies, filled up the lobby with goodies, and I was out in the drive through handing out cold drinks and good. And it made me feel so good because some people were saying, I said, the line might be a little bit long because they're waiting on lobby and the drive, and they said we have no problem with that. But thank you for giving me a Coke or something like that, or a candy bar. I haven't had something in a while, and so it's just things like that, that I'm always.
That was a good idea.
So I'm, I've worked the drive-in, and it's another good feel.
Yeah.
That's just other little things I like to.
Man.
wrap.
We're going to see Leanne handing out bottled waters as the drive-thru. Be like, you're going to be waiting in line for this chicken sandwich for maybe a while. So
Yeah,
here's
true.
some water.
No, we don't go over there very often because they have a special on Tuesday, and they're wrapped around then.
Yeah.
And now that the sandwich is back, it's just been nonstop. So
Yeah.
we don't want to wait in line. But Jenny did it for us since we worked so hard.
Yeah.
Last Friday, so that was nice.
That's cool. That's fun. Right now it's 10:44. It's KHEA Radio.com, 99.5 FM. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to share this out. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. If you're on 46 watching from your television, thank you. Call and text a friend. Tell them to tune in. Let me know, where are you banking? What are you a member of? If you're a member of a credit union. There was a time where I was living out of state. I was a member of Amoco. I had a car loan through Amoco, and I was actually able to pay my car note from another credit union. Can you share on that? Like, y'all work together somehow?
So that's a shared branch transaction. So we've been probably doing that about 13, 14 years. So there's about 5,500 credit unions throughout the United States as part of this network. So what happens is, just like what you just said, okay, so you were out of state. You either went to our website and put your zip code in. It'll tell you which credit unions that you can go to. You're considered like a guest. You go into that credit union, you're going to show your ID, and there's a little form you fill out. So you can do like a deposit, withdrawal, loan payment. It has to be done in the lobby, not through the drive-in. And what happens there is that Amoco would pay that credit union a transaction fee. That credit union that you're in, they cannot try to sell you any services or have you open an account. They could actually lose their license. But if you ask them a question about, you can, but they can't, try to push their services. So, and
like join us instead.
Exactly. But we have quite a few that also that moved down to this area that are from California that look us up. They use their credit union. We have a lot out of our League City office that come in. People move to the areas down here, and they will come in. They'll do their transactions. That credit union that they're from will pay us a transaction fee. Probably 90% of the time, those potential members, they do become a member because as they're coming in, they're seeing our type of services, what we do in the community. Doesn't mean that they have to close their other account out. They can keep that open, but it goes back to, what is that again? One word?
Relationship.
Thank you.
It's all about the relationship.
So that's one good thing that we have too. That's no cost to you as a member. So if you're traveling in Destin, Florida on vacation, go to our website, see which credit unions that you can go to and take advantage of it.
Yeah, that was in 2007, and I remember going to the bank and asking, what do I need to do? Do I need to get this financed? Because there wasn't a way, like the apps weren't around. Smartphones had just maybe started peeking their head around the corner, and not everybody had. I just got a cell phone, like my flip phone, it was a real time, kids. This is real life. And I asked them, it was 2007. They're like, well, you can actually, these are the list of banks that you can go to, credit unions, and we'll be able to do that. But I can't remember the name of it, and I wouldn't say it if I did remember, but it wasn't as nice. It wasn't as nice as Amoco. I remember I was like, this building's been here for a while. It was like really dark in there, and had to go inside, and I was like writing on a piece of paper. But
well, and one thing you said
change.
earlier is like when you walk into any of our locations, some could be a little bit smaller than others, some could be larger, and that's one thing that we're very fortunate that our board wants to keep that as part of branding. So as you go into an Amoco location, regardless if it's in Galveston, which is a smaller location, versus, let's say in the one in League City, they have that consistency of being the same look and feel and color schemes and things like that. So you feel like you're at home. So if you're somewhere else, we did a major renovation in Texas City back in 2008, 2009 when the economy was real bad. And we had the funds to do it. Our employees were asking, why are we doing this renovation? So when our CEO said, when you have to pull up 4 layers of flooring, to get to the concrete to put the new stuff down, and it just made them feel good because they now had a new inside and it matched everybody else. And it just seemed like, okay, that's all about the branding part.
Yeah, you go into one for the first time and you may forget whenever you walk out, you're like, this isn't where I parked because I usually go to this brand. They all are very similar. A little bit of
we try to keep it a little bit similar. There might be some that might be, just like you said, parking or things like that, depending on the property layout.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that the architect, they do, try to do is keep those all consistent, so it goes, once again with the branding.
Cool.
Yep.
Leanne, with the Tech City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce, is there anything else you would like to share about the chamber, or maybe that we did not get to touch on yet?
Well, we did mention our Christmas open house. It's going to be December 10th, and it's from 5 until 7.
That's a Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay.
Tuesday, December 10th. So we invite all of our members to be there. We have lots of good food. HCA, Healthcare, Houston Mainland, their new name, will be, they will be preparing the food for us. And that's always really, really good. And like I said, we're going to try to get Santa back. We just had we had a golf tournament in October. We had the BioFest in October, and so it's kind of like we're almost to the end of the year time. So
Yeah.
But now we got to get ready for next year.
We get to do it all again.
We're going to do it all again.
Let's go.
So, as a matter of fact, they're at the executive board retreat planning right now.
Oof.
That's why Lauren's not here for next year. So, but what we do have coming up tomorrow. This is Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Okay, tomorrow afternoon, evening, we're going to have a 50th celebration, our 50th anniversary, and we're going to have a band, and we're going to have food, and we're going to have drinks, and we're going to have fun stuff, and it's going to be held at the Showboat from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Where is the Showboat?
Showboat's on 6th Street
Yes.
in Texas City.
Yes, okay.
And we want everybody to dress up in their bell bottoms or their, 70s look or 69 look or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's going to be really, really fun for everybody. We hope some people can come for sure. I mean, we've had RSVPs, but we want more.
Let's pack the house.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. So we're excited about that.
What's the first event taking place in the beginning of the year? Because the first chamber event that I went to was the Legislative Luncheon, which was a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, you missed the annual banquet. We
I
have
did.
our banquet next year we're having it the 30th of
Okay,
January. So, we're working on that already, trying to figure out, what theme we're going to go with. We always have a theme. And so it's a work in progress. And that's our big banquet. So we usually have about 500 people there.
Awesome. Is that going to be at the
Doyle
in Tech City?
Center.
At Doyle Center. Okay. Very cool. Okay, Kevin, what's coming up for Amico?
Just real quick, we have a shred day this coming Saturday, and that's going to be from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is something we do. It's a community. It's not just our members, so we have it for our members and the community. It's our shred day and food drive. And so once again, that's 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And we're going to, our host site, we partnered with Memorial Hermann Convenient Care Center in League City. So that's off of 45. And our nonprofit of choice is Independence Village in Texas City.
Awesome.
They're going to take part of the food drive, and we're also collecting cash donations for them as well. So I'll be out there. We'll have our good folks from Memorial Hermann. We use Iron Mountain out of Houston as our shred vendor. We have 2 trucks out there. That'll be there. I would advise, anyone that's interested to get there early, because if the trucks do fill up before 11 a.m., then it's shut off for that day. If anybody wants to go to amicofcu.org/shred day, and they can pull up the items that are needed that Independence Village is needing. So we'll be collecting those, and once again, cash donations. And we'll have some representatives out there from Independence Village as well.
Why is it important to shred? My parents, every time there's a shred day, they will go. But for me, I think it's, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I'll just maybe rip it. Maybe not. It's just mail. I don't know. What am I shredding?
Yeah, it's just really important. We offer this. It was actually one of our members that requested it or recommended it to us many years ago and said, okay, we'll check with our shred vendor. And so, we did it. It got really popular. It's just really important because you never know these days with fraud and things like that. We want to make sure that even though you rip it up, it's just make sure it's shredded, because any numbers that are on that document, it's just unsafe.
Yeah. If someone got into my Amico account, they may be very disappointed. They're like, this is the numbers that I picked, or I found this guy's mail. Just
But
kidding.
it's just it's just another service, and we say take advantage. There's not too many financial institutions that do this, so we do them 4 times a year, and this is our last one for the year. So once again, it's this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Memorial Hermann Convenient Care Center in Lake City.
It is out there because we cleaned up our garage. We have many boxes.
Well,
we
bring
need
it,
to shred.
bring it on. We have a limit on the boxes and things like that. You have VIP service.
Okay,
What is the limit?
Well, we say 3.
3 boxes.
People
Yeah.
show up with probably all kinds of boxes. Huh?
We do say 3 boxes, but it's once again too, if you can get out there early as possible.
Yeah.
Those trucks each hold 10,000 pounds of paper, and that paper is actually recycled for other types of, I believe they're saying it's like toiletries, like toilet tissue, things
awesome.
like that. So it's not a waste. So your things that can
Your personal
your
information.
personal things can be
Somebody else's
taken
personal
care of,
items.
personal things later. Yeah, I'm glad
was
you
a
said it
good
that
one.
way. Yeah, there you go.
That was
But take
a good one.
take advantage of that. That's one thing that we do offer, and we'd love to see out there.
All right. Hey, well, thank you guys for hanging out today. I appreciate y'all making some time.
No problem.
Thanks again for the
Enjoyed
invite.
And I love the Chamber. I love Amico. And I love you guys for tuning in. Feel free to share this video out. Again, if you have any questions for me, for either of these institutions, feel free to ask on here. I'll make sure that I get that information forwarded to them. There's a shred day happening this Saturday if you are looking to drop off some items and get it taken care of. And again, check out the Tech City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce, as they do a lot and help out local businesses all over. If you're interested in joining, why not stop into the Chamber and ask some questions. Get that filled out and figured out. Again, this is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Be blessed. All right, Facebook. Y'all be good.
That was what?
1 hour.
1 hour.
She was freaking out.
If